Hi there everyone, welcome to our Wellness Wednesday DIY cleaning. And I'm really happy you're here because this is a topic that I am very passionate about. And before we go into sharing some, DIY options and things like that with you, I really want to give you a background as to why you should care about this. You've spent your entire life just going to the shop and buying a commercial cleaner. Why now should you actually care about using natural green options? And look, it's easy to look at me and think, well, it's easy for you. You use all these natural things. You've been doing that for years. That's what your family does. But it hasn't always been this way. I had specific health issues which led me down this path. I was brought up in a house just, like everyone else's, where we used chemical cleaners and, our nutrition definitely wasn't what I choose to eat now at home. And so really my own health challenges are what led me down this road of looking at, okay, what can I do for myself? And also it's not just, for myself. It becomes, now that, if you're a mother or a father, it becomes about your family. It also becomes about your environment and the world that we live in. And so, first of all, I invite you to just take a deep breath. You do that all day long without even thinking about it. Your body breathes for you all day long automatically with the autonomic nervous system to keep you alive. And so you're constantly breathing in, fumes when you're outside, fresh air and plants and herbs when you're walking out in nature, and from the trees, but also indoors, the fumes from furnishings or anything like that. And then your hands, rub your hands together. This is your skin. Your skin, you constantly use your hands all day long. You're touching things, whether it's in your house or, even your clothes, whether you're out and about shopping, at the office, on the bus, in your car, whatever it may be, you're constantly using your hands. And then if you think about your moods, all day long, you go through a greater or lesser fluctuation of moods, and all of that is your hormones, your moods and your feelings. That is your hormonal system. And of course, every time you have a specific emotion or a feeling, that sets off a whole cascade of hormonal messages within your body. And so really, when health, we often think about health as being about food. What am I eating or not eating? Or how much exercise am I getting or not getting? How much am I moving? But it's about so much more than that, because toxins are all around us, and obviously with our modern lives, there are more and more chemicals being used and more chemicals and toxins that are around us. And, when you start thinking about it, it is actually quite scary, because a lot of these chemicals have been tested maybe individually, but they haven't been tested in combination with each other. And on average, it's said that your house contains about 1,000 different chemicals. Now, we spend about 80% of our time indoors, whether it's indoors at home or indoors at the office or wherever you work. And the indoor air is about 2 to 5 times more polluted than the outdoor air. And so when you really look at our modern lives and this plethora really of chemicals and modern cleaning aids and inventions that we have, because it's not just that, obviously it's in perfumes and things like that as well. And then we look at all of the modern illnesses, so many more adults, but children as well, are suffering from asthma, from eczema, from allergies. If you suffer from regular headaches or foggy brain or, so many of our, every generation, actually, I was going to say the elderly generation, but also children have certain brain challenges, whether it is focus or whether it is memory and things like that. And so much of this is affected by the toxins around us. Even our reproductive system, because our hormones are also affected by chemicals. Some chemicals are endocrine disruptors. And so you can also see that there's been a massive increase in fertility issues and things like that, for example. And so really what these toxins do is that they disrupt the homeostasis in your body, your balance of health. And so what it does is that, yes, we're still alive and yes, we're fine, and your body is coping with it. But it makes it much harder for your body to have to sift through all of those toxins, all of those chemicals, and get rid of all that stuff that is harming us to keep you thriving. And so what does thriving mean? It doesn't just mean an absence of illness. It means, thriving health, energy, happiness, glowing skin. It means easily maintaining a stable weight. It means so many different things. And this is what we tend to forget. We tend to think in this day and age that health is just an absence of illness or how you may look sort of, on the outside. And so really all of these place an extra stress on the system, on all of your body systems. And your body obviously is made to keep you alive. And so it will always work to your highest benefit to get rid of things and bring back that balance. And so what we can do by bringing in more natural solutions is to help your body to not have to do all of that, so it has more energy to restore and repair overnight, to help build muscle, to help actually get rid of the waste, to give you more energy and to build, healthy hair, nails and skin and things like that. And so that is why this is important. It's for your health now, but also your health in the long term, and also the health of the planet. When you see these pictures going around on social media of, an ocean just completely covered in plastic and things like that, obviously this has a lot to do with it. And the chemicals in our water that go back into the oceans and affect the, wildlife as well. And so really, and, it'll affect your immune system. People get sick much more often, behavior, respiratory, skin, we've mentioned all of these things. And so really what this is, it's a question of safety. And if you think about it, in the good old days, our grandparents or grandparents used to just use vinegar, water and tea tree, or basically just vinegar and water. I'm not looking way back, where there was illness. And so obviously people had a shorter lifespan. I just mean, within people who are still alive in this day and age. And the chemicals in the commercial cleaning products that you buy, a lot of them have been shown to help with cleaning, but are not needed for better cleaning. So they may help, for example, for something to be wiped off more easily, but they don't actually kill more germs. You don't need that many chemicals in there. A lot of them are just added in there for our own ease and benefit. And to be honest, with our little girls, babies, they're not babies anymore, but even toddlers, they put grimy, their food space. You can just see the whole table is grimy, their table mat is grimy and things like that. And I have found that even just simply using a spray with On Guard or lemon and water, you spray it on, leave it for a minute, come back, wipe it off. I have never needed to scrub anything off, whereas I always, would have had to before. And so, and I noticed a difference now that I have been living chemical free for about 10 or more years now, I would imagine. I can notice it when I go to someone's house, or don't worry, if I come to your house, I won't judge, I promise. No, because I know what it's like. It takes time to put all of these things in place. You might suddenly think like, oh my gosh, I've got my whole house now to go through. And it really isn't like that. It is step by step. I didn't do it, all in one go. Or if I go to an Airbnb or something like that, and we're obviously using the products that they've left, that I can really feel the difference in my nose. And so really, I'm just looking here at what notes I have to make sure I include everything I wanted to. And also your your commercial cleaners, if you think about it, you have so many different ones. You've got special ones for the kitchen, a special one for the oven, for the sink, for the dishwasher, for the surfaces. Then in your bathroom, you have a new one. Like, we don't need all of these different products. I mean, I don't know, you may have 10 to 20 different products in your house. And they even when they're closed, they actually give off fumes. And if you look at the back of it, they will all have, warnings on the back of them. And, that should tell you something. These are not products that you're going to let your kids go and, help you clean around the house. We have Montessori kids, so they do clean around the house, but I definitely would not let them if we were using those kinds of products. And the thing is that it is so easy to replace all of these things, and that's what we're going to show you in this Wellness Wednesday, in a really quick way, simple way, effective way, doable way, and safe way. Okay? And so we're literally going to show you what you need. We're going to share quite a few different options with you. Honestly, you don't need them all. You can get away with just having one or two different types of homemade cleaners using the essential oils and also doTERRA's ready-made products. And so we're going to make it really, really simple for you. And you can, if you want, by the end of these 3 days, literally you could have made up your own one product and ditch every single other commercial product in your house. Get a massive big bin bag and ditch everything from your kitchen and everything from your bathroom, and just replace it with that one product. Then if you need specialized, let's say, products like limescale remover or oven cleaner or something like that, those things are not urgent. You'll have time over the next, week or couple of weeks or months even to put your own DIYs together for that. And that's it. So that's really what I wanted to share with you today. And so, well, enjoy this Wellness Wednesday. And we look forward to hearing what DIY projects you put together and which one you find the most useful. Bye, everyone.